Before we start this video, can I just talk about this Slovakia home shirt for Euro 2020? Just how beautiful is this shirt? I mean, I've got no affiliations with Slovakia, but when I saw this, I simply couldn't not buy it. It's so beautiful. I mean, if you disagree, let me know down below, but I won't be hearing any otherwise. This is a beauty. Yes guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be bringing you something slightly different to my beloved Ajax. Hopefully in this video and as I document my journey I can inspire and encourage many of you out there in the field of sports journalism or football writing to hopefully take it up yourselves. For me, I've only been doing it for about a year since the start of lockdown, and I've really been trying to pursue this dream to make it within the professional field of this industry. I've always wanted to work for a football club. After I realised at quite a young age that I'd never make it as a professional footballer, I thought the second best thing would be to work for a football club in the sort of media side. As I know a lot about football anyway, I thought maybe my writing would be able to help me with that. With my passion for football writing, I thought, well, why not try and make a little series out of it? I know there's a lot of you out there that will be in the same position as myself, wanting to make it within football media, football writing and journalism. So why not join me on this journey? I'll tell you a little bit about my journey so far in this video, and in future videos I'll give you regular updates on how that's going. And if you want to see any of my work, I'll be sure to put some links down in the description section down below. Well, let's get into my my journey then. So I've been at university for 3 years. I studied something completely different to football media or anything like that. I did international relations, very political, but it did give me a good stance in terms of learning how to write, being compelling and being able to make an argument and make my point clear and concise. So it did actually give me, despite it not being football related, it gave me a good background that I could then use sort of after university. And then it was only really after university that I realised that there was a lot of courses. You've got the business football school in London and Manchester that I kind of wish I did something more to do with that, but when I studied at university, I didn't realise that this sort of stuff existed, so it was a missed opportunity. But like I say, I still got a really good background and really good understanding in terms of how to write and that side of things anyway, within my understanding and with my learning at university. And from my time at university, I then was able to write for a company called Sporting Ferret. Now they're always taking on sort of sports writers. It is a voluntary job, but it's such a great way to learn not just how to write and how to do that side of things, but learning how to use SEO, so it's search engine optimization. So it's a way to efficiently use your article to make sure that it gets the most views and it gets a lot of interest. And that's something that was really important to my learning after university. I'd built up the key understanding of how to write, but this then showed me how to write in a way that would then catch the interest of viewers. Now a lot of my articles I'm really proud about. I've got quite a lot of views. It's not really about the views as such, it's always a nice side of things, but it's about the engagement. That's what I'm hoping from these videos. Even if I don't get particularly many views, if the views that I do get a lot of engagement or have a lot of interest from people, then I've done my job. I want to inspire and encourage you guys to start taking an interest in writing if that's something that you'd like, and hopefully I can create a pathway that can show you guys how to do it as well. So yeah, Sporting Ferret, the guys there are really encouraging, really positive as well, and really allow you to write whatever you want. They don't tell you specifically what you have to write, you can choose. And with my love for Ajax, that's what I started with. A lot of my early articles were based on Ajax. I then started to branch out a little bit. I did quite an interesting article on Athletic Bilbao, on Brentford when they missed out on the playoffs last season, and I did a few other bits. And I did that for about 6 months, I reckon, entirely before I started looking at other websites that I could start to write for. And despite my first real writing role being at Sporting Ferret. Even to this day, I still write for them. My latest article was about the dark horses of Euro 2020 with my latest piece. I'm quite happy about it, really, because we're now building up to the final. When this video comes out, the final will have already been played and you guys will know who won Euro 2020. But at this moment in recording, I have predicted that Italy were one of the dark horses, and I think I put some others. I'll put a link in the description section down below. But yeah, so I still write for them and I still do a lot just as and when, because it is something that I can write about whatever topic I want. I can make it and style it however I want, so it's something that I do every now and then. But from there, I've written for the 72. The 72 are a English Football League website. If you haven't seen what they're about, I'll put their link in the description section below, and they're really good. They do a lot. They're really good insight for the Football League. Being from Norwich myself, at the time of writing for them, I did a lot of stuff on how they're doing in the Championship. I wrote a lot for Brentford and Watford as well, but that really gave me a good lesson of being able to write consistently, writing a lot of articles in the period, in like a short period of time. So whilst Sporting Ferret was just writing as and when you wanted, this was a structure where I needed to get stuff done sort of on a weekly basis, about 6 to 8 articles done a week, whilst doing a full-time job outside of it. So it was quite a nice way to still make sure that I'm still writing and learning and keeping my articles short and precise. So that was actually a really good experience. And I've done a few things for the Sporting blog. I've got an article sort of storyline based on why Z Club should be the club for you, in which my first piece was about River Plate in Argentina. Again, links will be in the comment section down in the description section, not the comments. Well, they can be in the comment section, but they'll be in the description anyway. But that's a series that I want to expand on. My second piece has already been written. I'm waiting to publish it. It is about the Wellington Phoenix, the only New Zealand club to be playing in Australia. A really interesting story with them. Such a fantastic fan base that they have. So I'll be looking to put that out in the near future. But yeah, I've got some really good experience when it comes to sports writing, and honestly it's such a great way to sort of build that portfolio by writing for various websites. Even if you think that you love one, if you just keep looking around, I'm sure there'll be loads that you can just do a few pieces for here and there, and it really builds up your portfolio. And as I've said with this video, I really want to encourage and inspire you guys as I try and document my sort of journey. From this point, I've tried to give you guys a bit of an up-to-date understanding of what I've done so far and what I will be hoping to do in the future. And my biggest achievement so far is the fact that I write and I'm part of the media team at Kings Lynn Football Club. Something, again, that I'm really proud of, and hopefully that I can sort of turn that into a full-time career, whether it's at Kings Lynn or at a different football club. I really want to work for a football club as a football writer. And so what I do for Kings Lynn is I write their match reports. So I go to the games and make a lot of notes, and I do a lot of previews, you know, giving fans a little bit of an understanding of what they can expect for the game. And I do a lot of interviews for players, and I do match programs that if you go to the games you'll see me in there. As I say, it's something I'm really proud of. I really want to make it within the football industry, and working for a football club is definitely something that I want to do. And as this journey sort of goes on, hopefully I can document my progression, and hopefully with these videos, if you're watching thinking that you want to be a football writer, I'm nowhere near kind of where I want to be. But hopefully with what I learned, that I can give you guys some advice, and I can, you know, we can do this journey together. So be sure to let me know what you think on that one. And that's a brief little summary for me, what I do, and how I've managed to get to where I am as a football writer. Again, a lot of what I've done so far has been voluntary. I've had a few little commissioned pieces which I'm really proud of, but there's still, I have a long way to go, which I know entirely. But I hope that if you're watching this thinking you really want to do the same as kind of what I'm doing and what I'm talking about now, then I hope that this encourages you and inspires you a little bit to sort of go out of your comfort zone, because I've had to do a few things that have been really uncomfortable, but once you do them, and you know, you get a good understanding of whether you want to do it more and if you like it, and you sort of trial and error a few things, it's really good. So be sure to let me know if this little series is something you want to see more of, and if it's something that you want to do, reach out to me. I'll put my Twitter down below so you can get in contact, and we can discuss this a little bit further. But yeah, besides that, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to see more of this kind of series, be sure to let me know. Peace out.